Tonight on CTV News at 11:30, speeding up mine development and exploration.
It will benefit every mine before us. There's 10 mines right now actively working through the permit process.
The new measures announced by the province today. Plus, a moose was found shot and abandoned north of Sault Ste. Marie.
Behavior like this is unacceptable, and it is only contributing to declining moose populations in our region.
Conservation officers are seeking public assistance into the poaching incident. And a spellbinding spectacle.
And seeing the issues of missing and murdered Indigenous women, this directly is a way that the community can help.
Witches raise funds and awareness for a good cause.
CTV News at 11:30 with Ian Campbell and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good Friday evening. Thanks for joining us. Ian is off tonight. Today, the province announced its anticipated one project, one process framework, which will allow companies to apply to speed up mine development and exploration. CTV's Eric Tashner reports.
Ontario is overhauling its mine permitting system, which it says has caused troubling delays of up to 15 years to approve a single mine. Delays, the province says, have been holding back access to critical and strategic minerals like nickel, lithium, and cobalt.
It will benefit every mine before us. There's 10 mines right now actively working through the permit process.
Announcing the one project, one process framework is now
the law of the land.
From here on out, new designated mining projects will be managed by a mine authorization and permitting delivery team, led by the province, acting as a single point of contact to coordinate all necessary approvals within 2 years.
We will take that permit, essentially shepherd it right across the enterprise of government, ministry by ministry, to get it approved within that baseline.
The new system is slated to slash review times in half, but maintains duty to consult obligations.
Efficiency must never compromise responsibility. A shared, consistent framework, including a unified list of communities to engage with, would provide clarity not only for industry, but for Indigenous partners in government as well.
Jason Jessup, the CEO of Sudbury-based Magna Mining, says there are currently 4 permitted projects in the pipeline.
Our ability for us to go out and look at greenfield projects and be able to provide more certainty on when we can move those deposits into construction. And we think that'll open up a lot more opportunity here for us.
Environmental groups like Ontario Nature say the new rollout lacks clarity and wonder what standards will be required when looking at the big picture of the Endangered Species Act repeal in Bill 5.
There's a big risk to our species at risk, and the fact that any permitting process won't actually assess potential impacts to those species and their habitat.
There are 36 active mines in Ontario, contributing $24 billion to the province's GDP. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
New video shared tonight by the town of Kapuskasing after the Government of Canada and the province of Ontario are now confirming the funds to help Cap Paper today, 2 weeks after the announcement to idle the mill.
Our community isn't just a place. Every home, every gathering carries the spirit of strength.
The video about the town's strength and resiliency was posted on social media today. The province asked Cap Paper to secure $11 million before they would step in. And Minister Patty Hajdu, through the Strategic Response Fund and FedNor, has committed $12 million in repayable contributions to the paper mill. As a response, the province is investing $16.8 million to support the operations.
I'm just taking it in right now. Like I said, it's been a lot of work from many people, a lot of sleepless nights. To the workers that work at the facility, thanks for sticking with us and hanging in there.
Plord says the tariffs impacting Cap Paper will impact other mills, like the Ear Falls sawmill north of Dryden, which recently announced it would be shutting down indefinitely. Conservation officers in the Sault Ste. Marie area are asking for the public's assistance after a moose was found shot and abandoned north of the city. CTV's Corey Nordstrom reports.
Behavior like this is unacceptable, and it is only contributing to declining moose populations in our region.
On September 29th, MNR officials were informed of an adult moose that was killed and dumped in Gaudette Township, north of Sault Ste. Marie.
We discovered that tire tracks were coming from the Leonard Lake Road. They stopped, they backed into the grass along the bush line and dumped the quartered moose out of the back of their full-size pickup truck. This moose had been shot, hung, the hide was removed, they quartered it, it was ready to go to the butcher shop, and for whatever reason, this individual or individuals decided to dump it into the bush for it to rot.
Just a day after this incident, a similar scene was observed near Timmins. The actions of these individuals can have a ripple effect that impacts other law-abiding hunters.
What this is doing is taking breeding animals out of the healthy moose population we have, and it's in turn going to potentially reduce the number of tags we're allowed to issue to legal, upstanding hunters in Ontario moving forward.
Sioux conservation officers are asking for the public's help in locating those responsible for the killed and wasted moose. They say anyone with relevant dash cam or trail cam footage who is in the Gaudette area in late September can call the MNR tip line or Crime Stoppers.
We're looking for somebody driving a full-size pickup truck in that area of Searchmont and north of Searchmont on the 28th and 29th.
Ellis says the guilty party can be fined up to $10,000 and there could be impacts to their future ability to hunt in Ontario. Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie.
North Bay Police are appealing to the public for help in the hopes of identifying a suspect wanted in connection to a robbery. On Wednesday, shortly after 11 a.m., police were called to a business in the Castle Street area for reports of a robbery. The suspect stole multiple items and brandished a knife towards employees before fleeing the scene on foot. He is described as a white male in his 30s, wearing a black hoodie, black hat, charcoal pants, and he was carrying a black backpack. Anyone with information is asked to contact police. 5 people have been arrested in a drug bust early this morning in the Mississauga First Nation. Police netted 136 grams of illicit drugs, illegal weapons, and $13,000 in cash. 4 people from the First Nation and 1 man from the Toronto area have been charged with multiple trafficking and weapons-related offenses. Sudbury police now have a dedicated unit for intimate partner violence or IPV calls. CTV's Lindsay Alick explains.
In 2025, Greater Sudbury Police Service say they have received an average of 58.6 IPV-related calls for service per week.
We had about 3,500 intimate partner violence calls for service in our city last year, which is a significant increase. And, you know, that led our board and our city to declare IPV as an epidemic.
To address the increasing number, complexity, and severity of IPV cases, the service has launched a dedicated IPV unit as a 1-year pilot project.
It enables us to dedicate a very specific number of officers to very specific training needs and requirements that allows us to better service victims.
It's not just police receiving more calls. YWCA Ginevra House Shelter has also seen an increase in the amount of crisis calls.
We have looked at our numbers in comparison to last year and where we're at right now, and it's about a 68% increase in number of calls.
She says this new unit will strengthen the supports for survivors, but that ultimately all 3 levels of government need to work together to address some of the systemic issues.
Affordable housing being a major one, because we know that our local shelters are full and we're a bottleneck because people can't afford to move out.
The unit was formally established in June, and early performance results are positive, indicating increased victim engagement, improved file quality, and reduced investigative delays while diverting complex and involved investigations away from the front line. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
The province of Ontario is investing $3.4 million to help the homeless population in Espanola. The supportive housing initiative will be used to build a mix of one-bedroom units on Queensway Avenue. Several of the units will be fully accessible and all of them will be furnished. The new building will also feature an office of support staff. If people in Timmins and the surrounding area who use street drugs want to know what's in them, there's a new service being offered and it's got Health Canada's approval. CTV's Lydia Chubak reports.
DIY Community Health Timmins has an in memoriam outside its entrance. It's to remember people who've lost their lives to substances and possibly contaminated street drugs. Now people can arrange to have their drugs checked at the Mutual Aid Centre.
We invite people to our office here. It's meant to be that private, confidential space.
The organization has been working with the Ontario drug checking community for over a year to get the approvals to offer the service, including one from Health Canada.
People can come in and either provide a sample of their drugs, as small as, really the head of a matchstick, even smaller we can get away with, or drug paraphernalia, like a used pipe or, other thing that might have, a little bit of drug residue left over.
Samples are sent to Toronto for analysis and results come in just a few days.
Which will allow us to really develop that knowledge base for the community, which will allow, service providers, policymakers, politicians to make better evidence-based informed decisions around what kind of programs we need for our community.
Those who bring in their drugs are told about the results to help them make an informed decision about what they're consuming. Sarita says there's also an immediate testing option that can help detect if, for example, their drugs contain fentanyl.
And hopefully by having that connection with us, maybe that opens up the door to some conversations around treatment, support, or other harm reduction services that we might offer here in the community.
Sarita says the drug checking service supports the organization's vision to provide accessible health care for all. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
The North Shore Health Network is extending one of its closures. The Richards Landing Matthews Site Emergency Department, which is closed today, will now stay closed throughout the weekend. It'll reopen Monday morning at 8 a.m. That salon site is currently closed but expected to reopen tomorrow morning. Major health news for Timiskaming Shores. The Timiskaming Hospital has reached its fundraising goal for a new mammography unit in the city. The fundraising campaign began 9 months ago to replace the aging equipment, and the area responded by raising $450,000. The new machine has already been ordered and is on its way over from Germany. Hospital officials say this would not have been possible without 360+ community donors.
If you think about raising $205,000 in one day, like literally about 12 hours, that's off the charts. I've always known, I've lived here for the most of my life, and I've always known this community to be very, very generous. This blows me away. This blows me away. There's $450,000. I think we were going to be measuring that in years, not months.
If everything goes well, the digital 3D mammography unit should come online by the end of the year. And with the wetter weather we're seeing now, the Sault Ste. Marie Conservation Authority issued a water safety statement today. With up to 50 millimeters of rain expected in the Sault over the next 5 days, localized flooding can occur. Residents are advised to exercise extreme caution around all waterways and water control structures. The water safety statement is in effect until next Wednesday. And speaking of the weather, we're about to head into a short break here on CTV News, and coming up, Rick will have your full weather forecast. But for now, a look at the current conditions around the region, and it was quite the rainy day we saw out there today. There's some thunderstorm activity in Sault Ste. Marie, a little bit of light rain falling in Wawa. Otherwise, we're seeing cloudy skies. Full forecast coming up next.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Well, if you want to find fault or blame someone for the wet weather this weekend, it's a low pressure system hovering over the Great Lakes, moving into northeastern Ontario. And look at the forecast radar right now. Plenty of precipitation, showers Showers at times heavy and rain as well. This is what it's going to look like by tomorrow at around noon. That trend will continue into early Sunday morning and throughout the day around supper time, 5 o'clock. Going to be a messy weekend, but there's hope. Hope for the weekend, to say the least, because it will get better in some cases by Monday. Showers for a couple of days, 13, 15, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, sun and cloud, 12, then back to showers, chance of showers for a couple of days, temperature dropping to 8 Wednesday and Thursday, 1 overnight for both days as well. Meanwhile, in Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, showers and rain over the course of Saturday, Sunday, 18 and 13 your highs, 12 on Monday, chance of showers, chance of showers for a couple of days, Wednesday, Thursday, and your highs around 9, your lows 2 and 3 degrees, well below normal. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, showers and rain for Saturday, Sunday, 15 and 13. Chance of showers, then showers on Tuesday at 9. Chance of showers Wednesday and Thursday, 6 your daytime highs, -1 and -2 your lows by about midweek next week. Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake, showers and rain for Saturday, Sunday. Your highs around 15. Some cloud cover. You'll get a bit of a break on Monday with a high of 11. Showers on Tuesday. Chance of showers Wednesday and Thursday. Your highs 6 degrees. Overnight lows hovering around -1 and 0. Your normal this time of the year should be at around 9. And a look now at North Bay, West Nipissing. Showers and rain both days, Saturday, Sunday. Your highs around 18. Cloud cover Monday, 12 degrees. Tuesday, showers at 11. 10 degrees Wednesday. Chance of showers at 60%. And for Thursday, well, 30% chance of showers, a high of only 8. But again, those evening lows, we go from 4 to 1 to 3, back up to 4 by this same time period next week. So again, an interesting forecast. So Amanda, pack that umbrella this weekend. Sorry about the rain. We've had a great run of sunshine for the last couple of days, but the rain has to fall sometime, and it's happening this weekend. Back to you.
I don't mind the rain, Rick, but I don't like those single digits that I'm seeing next week, but thanks for that. A young Sudbury actor is getting a taste of success with his latest role in a new thriller hitting theaters today. CTV's Angela Gemmell has more.
This floating face is Sudbury actor Chase B. Robertson.
It's just really, really scary from what I've filmed.
The 12-year-old plays a pivotal role in Black Phone 2, the sequel to the 2021 psychological thriller starring Ethan Hawke as the villain known as Grabber.
There's a lot of jump scares from the other actors that I think are really gonna terrify some people.
The movie role is a major break for Chase, who's been working at his craft for the past 5 years. He caught the acting bug after taking classes from That Creative Loft, where he continues to get coaching.
I actually remember his first class because he wasn't shy. He was so kind and just eager to learn. So he really stood out from day one. And then from day one, he has continued to flourish into this amazing actor. And now we're going to see him on the big screen.
Although it takes some schedule juggling, his mom says watching Chase succeed has been rewarding.
When they become a working professional, you see a completely different side of them when the cameras are on and a room of 30 people are counting on them. Whereas when they're out playing soccer or baseball, they're still sort of just a kid.
I think it's just fun, just seeing yourself on the screen and seeing other people inspired by the media that you've produced.
Chase says he has his sights set on acting on television next, but for now, he'll be watching Black Phone 2 on the big screen tonight with his family and friends. Angela Gemmell, CTV News, Sudbury.
The Sudbury Classic Cruisers were busy with check presentations yesterday to help a slew of local charities in the community. CTV's Rick Wyman tells us what is driving these donations.
Here we are at the first of many stops that we're actually playing Santa Claus. It is Christmas in the month of October, courtesy of the Sudbury Classic Cruisers Car Club. I'm with Sean O'Brien. He's a member of the executive. And Sean, how did you manage to come across getting the money for so many special interest groups?
Well, it's from all our donations from our car show we had in August, and then all our supporters and everything, and that's how we end up getting all the money to give out to all the charities.
Sherry Bonham is the executive director of the Infant Food Bank here in Sudbury on LaSalle Boulevard. Sherry, It's a great day. The sun is shining like it should for the weather.
Yes.
And of course, it's also a big day for the Infant Food Bank with a tremendous donation today. How do you feel about that?
I'm super excited, super happy. It's this time of year that our shelves get a little bit more empty right before Christmas. So just being able to have this extra money so that we can purchase the products that we need for the families that we serve is just tremendous.
Here we are at Independent Living on Durham Street, and of course here's a check for $1,500, and with me now is Angela Gray, the Executive Director, to tell us more. Angela, congratulations, $1,500 courtesy of the Car Club. Isn't that great?
That is amazing. You know, without donors like the cruisers and other folks in our city who are amazing people that support organizations and charities like ours, we just wouldn't be able to do the great work that we do. So specifically Independent Living, we work with people with disabilities. We provide them with some amazing tools so that they can live independently in the community.
Well said, Angela. Thank you so much for that. $1,500 courtesy of the Car Club. It'll be put to good use here at Independent Living.
Today was the kickoff of a campaign to help keep Sudbury warm this winter. Pure Country and Better Beginnings, Better Futures hit the airwaves to officially kick off Coats for a Cause. Over the next 3 weeks, gently used warm winter items for all ages can be dropped off at any Palladino Auto Group dealership. The items will be put into the community closet at Better Beginnings, Better Futures and given to people in need.
All of those gently used winter clothing items will be sent over to Better Beginnings, Better Futures. They have a community closet, which is essentially there for those who need some extra help. They can go, they can access it whenever they need, and they can get whatever they need for the winter season. So that's why we're here. We're trying to rally the community one winter coat at a time.
Every year, Palladino and Pure Country have helped us in getting these Coats for a Cause into the community, into our offices, so people can come and get these coats for free. And it's all for the community. It's all for people in need, and the people in Sudbury are so willing to give.
The warm winter items can be dropped off throughout the week during business hours at any Palladino dealership until November 12th. Two of our northern teams faced off tonight over in the OHL. The Sudbury Wolves hosted the Sioux Greyhounds. The Wolves took home ice advantage, defeating the Greyhounds 4-2. In the NOJHL tonight, the Cubs were in Michigan to take on the Sioux Eagles. Sudbury took a 4-2 victory. Meanwhile, Espanola faced Timmins Rock, with the Paper Kings taking a 3-1 win. In other NOJHL action, the Iroquois Falls Storm were in Sault Ste. Marie tonight to take on the Thunderbirds, falling short to the Sioux 3-0. And the Hearst Lumberjacks took on the Voodoos in Powassan, with the Lumberjacks falling short 4-3. Still ahead tonight on CTV News. Witches traded their cauldrons for a cause in Timmins today. More next. A coven of witches paraded the streets of Timmins this morning. The annual event is led by Matagami First Nation Chief Jennifer Constant. Constant says the Witches Walk gives people a chance to help women who experience difficult situations such as domestic violence. Around 50 participants donned witchy apparel and gathered at the Timmins Native Friendship Center to plan their route. The walk is just one aspect of the social. Witch trials and a trivia contest are also part of this fundraising initiative. Proceeds are donated to the Timmins and area Women in Crisis.
From my own experience, seeing the issues of missing and murdered Indigenous women, this directly is a way that the community can help. In speaking to people, I've seen people feel paralyzed in not knowing how to help. And being someone who is in a political role, I figured, let's create something where we can have some fun and do something great while contributing to something really worthwhile.
This was the third Witches Walk in Timmins. And finally for us tonight, routine traffic took an utterly unexpected turn on Manitoulin Island today. This photo, an excellent use of puns, was shared by Wikwemkong Tribal Police Service, saying a group of rebellious cloven-hoofed citizens were caught hoofing it down the middle of the road. After careful cow-vincing, the four-legged felons decided to move back to their field. Police say no charges were laid, just a few dirty hooves. And that's some moveless police work right there. And that takes us to the end of our newscast. I'm sure you've had enough of my puns. Thanks for spending a bit of your Friday night with us. Have a wonderful weekend. Good night.